the society in which the child is moving. So always I used to tell my parents, you are sending your child for coaching also. After school they go, especially from ninth onwards when the students they go for different coachings. These days it
Correct.
has become a trend. But fine, every day they are going. But what I see, the maximum of disobedience comes in that area. Definitely in class also the students are from different families, from different environments. When they cope up with each other, those बहुत जल्दी, very soon they catch the wrong path.
Hello everyone, I'm Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Pep Hack Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and more. Today I have with me Miss Kulbir Kaur Bhasin. She has done MA, B.Ed and has an experience of 23 years in the education field, out of which 16 years were as an administrative experience as a principal of CBSE affiliate school, a senior secondary school. She has been nominated as a mentor by CBSE. She has mentored 5 schools in Agra, nominated as an observer several times by CBSE, even nominated as the member of the inspection team several times by CBSE. At present, running her own play school in Agra. She has received appreciation award from Arya Samaj Agra, Best Principal Award at Gayatri Public School Agra, Transforming Education Award by LPU through Mr. Pranab Mukherjee. She is working as an English author and editor for many publications and recently presented a talk at the Educators Meet for Students. So today she will be discussing with us about her life journey. So let us hear from her. Welcome Kulbir ma'am, the platform is open and now over to you.
A very good morning, a very happy winter morning to all my viewers. First of all, I would thank Mr. Jitendra for giving me an opportunity to be here and to share my experiences and whatever benefit by my talk or by my experiences my viewers may get, I hope. And I pray to Almighty that may Almighty bless everyone to be a very good human being.
That's really wonderful and important too. Being a good human being is the wonderful thing we all can do. So, on good note, we start the session. Ma'am, if I talk about your previous life, past life, how it has affected the person who you wanted to be in your life and what you are.
Speaking about my past life, in my childhood, I really had a very nice, blessed childhood, and I was born and brought up in Kanpur. My parents, they really did well to me, and first of all, always whenever I was on my seat as a principal, I bowed to Almighty, and further I bowed to my parents, who gave me a very good education. That was in the decades of 70s. I'm a convent educated person from St. Joseph's Convent, Senior Secondary School, Kanpur. When
Right.
people did not even educate girls, at that time I got such a nice education. I had a passion to become an IS officer, but since that time we did not have so many of coaching centers or a right direction, I could not get. But when I became a principal, and a principal as in equivalent to a first class gazetted officer, so
Right.
I really thank my parents. I thank Almighty and my parents that my past life was really very good, which paid me, and I got my own identity, my own recognition. Then, speaking about my tenure as a teacher, when I stepped forward out of my house, and I did not have very much experience. I had only 7 years of experience as a teacher when I became a principal. Whereas whenever anyone goes for a interview for a principal or anywhere else, always they asked at least 10 years of experience. Do you have any administrative experience or not? But I really always thank Almighty, because if you are dedicated towards your job. मैं हमेशा अपनी टीम को भी कहती थी, कोई नहीं देख रहा है, ऊपर वाला तो देख रहा है ना. When I was in army school as a teacher, and in army schools we often have inspections.
Right.
Then the other teachers, they used to point me out, ma'am, education team चली गई है, education team चली गई. I said, I'm not working for the education team or the inspection team. I am working for the students.
Right.
And whenever we are teaching, a teacher especially, these days the quality of teaching has really deteriorated. But when I feel when we are, whichever work we are assigned, do it with dedication, with sincerity.
Right.
And definitely you will be paid for it. And only
Definitely.
after 7 years of teaching experience, I got the seat of a principal. Where now also people really, they loved me so much कि you had made a drastic change in the school when I worked for 16 years.
Correct.
So that is, my past really paid me, and past only pays when we are on our true path with dedication, with sincerity. Do any work, even if a lady or a female is working in the kitchen also, I say, if you are making that dish with dedication, it will become a very good dish when you are presenting it on the table. That sincerity, that 100% in whichever work you are doing, if you give, that will definitely pay to you.
Correct.
Pay to
Whatever
you,
you
it's not only in the sense of finances, but only when I present a dish in front of my family, when my children, my husband, they all say, बहुत अच्छा खाना बना, बहुत अच्छा खाना बना. तो वो जो contentment मिलती है अपने आप को, that really is means it has no cost, no value in
Right.
sense of money, but it's really valuable.
Correct. Everything is not for money, actually. You
Yes.
get appreciation in life. You get contented with whatever you do in your life. That is really important, though. So, if I talk about your work and experiences, like how you started, what all you did so far, and how you started your journey as an entrepreneur, as an owner of preschool.
I have 23 years of experience, as you already know, and I started my job as a teacher, and I worked in public school, and then I got an opportunity to work in army school, where civilians are not very much taken in the army schools.
Correct.
But there also, in army schools, civilians are not preferred much. Army wives are preferred, though. And I have experience of teaching experience. My subject was English. As a teacher also, again, I had already told you that I work with dedication, with sincerity, and it really paid me. 23 years of experience I have. 16 years administrative experience was really more important, because we have to shoulder so many responsibilities. And right when I entered the school as an administrator, I used to stand on my toes the whole day long, looking after how the teachers are teaching or how the students are reacting to the teachers. And when I had entered as a principal, the localites used to say कि घंटी बजती है तब तो बच्चा घर से निकलता है. But within very few days, I changed the discipline, and I always said discipline is the mantra of success.
Correct.
So within very few days, or say 1 or 2 months, the complete system was changed of the school. No latecomers were not allowed. So many parents used to object. Then I used to explain them. See, if you're going to board a train, and if your child goes to the station 5 minutes late, will he be able to board the train? So they gradually understood that why, because पहले कहीं भी चेंज करना हो तो उसका आपको चैलेंज भी फेस करना पड़ता है.
Correct.
कुछ भी चेंज भी करना हो तो वहाँ चैलेंजेस भी हमें बहुत सारे फेस करने पड़ते हैं. Because if a child is late for 5 minutes and he is turned back home, the gate is not opened for him, then definitely the parents will say हम इतनी दूर से आ रहे हैं, ये है वो है. So I used to call them up, you come and meet me tomorrow. And the reception people used to tell me, मैम ये बाहर तो बहुत गुस्से में थे, पर आपसे मिलके गए तो उसके बाद ये बिल्कुल काम हो गए. So we need to counsel them also. So patience also plays a very important role in life. and सामने वाला अगर गुस्से में है तो आप भी गुस्से में होंगे, तो you cannot solve the problem. Whenever anyone entered my office, I used to tell them, please sit down. I used to ask the helper, please bring a glass of water, and then I used to listen to their problem and try to console them to satisfy them. So changes, discipline, uniform, ये सारे बहुत कुछ चीजें हैं जहाँ schools में हम बच्चों को सिखाते तो हैं, but इनको सिखाने के लिए हमें बहुत सारे challenges को भी face करना पड़ता है.
Correct.
Every parent does not agree to everything the school team says. And right when I came in as an administrator in 2006, awareness was not that much जो आज है. तो बहुत धीरे धीरे चीजों को मैंने चेंज किया वहाँ भी. तो ये सारी चीजें काफी इम्पोर्टेंट रही.
True.
And in this way there was many sweet and sour experiences also. At times parents are not trying to listen, at times they really appreciate whatever we are doing. So criticism also was there at times. And but मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि 100 किलोमीटर दूर भी if anyone abuses you, that should not make any difference to you. You do your work, you give your 110%, and then you will succeed in life.
Correct. Most important is कि आप हर किसी को तो satisfy नहीं कर सकते.
नहीं
But
कर
अगर
सकते.
majority of the portion satisfied है, then it is fine.
If you try to do your best, what is right should be done.
Correct. That is really important. So, ma'am, अगर बात करें things you are passionate about in your life, so what are those things?
Now only one passion is left. I really want to write a book. Though I have been editing and working as co-authors for many books, but
Okay.
I myself I haven't written any books. So my passion only left behind is that I would really feel to become an author of a book. And I would like to write about some great personalities. So I'm looking forward for that. The passion is
Wonderful.
left behind.
That's really great because we all have knowledge, and if we start sharing that, the best medium could be is books.
Yes.
That's really wonderful. So, ma'am, if I talk about your vision, mission, and goal in life for next 5 to 10 years from now, one is you just pointed out that you want to be author. Apart from that, what all things you are working on and you would like to work on?
See, now since I am contented, completely no problem, liabilities left, and now the coming time, we do not know when Almighty may call us also. So whatever lifespan is left behind, I would I should serve humanity. And on a large scale, if I'm not unable to, so at least with the team we are working with, our own employees working with us, we need to be help them in every way out. And service to humanity is only not by donating blood or giving some finances, but all the good messages whichever we can give to our fellow friends or the people around us. So that is only I feel like we cannot be great personalities like Mother Teresa has already said, but at least we can help them out wherever they are in need of.
Correct.
स्पेशली अगर हम इसको एक लार्ज स्केल पर नहीं कर सकते तो हम अपनी किचन से ही स्टार्ट कर दें. See, many people have the habit of keeping a dustbin in the kitchen, but I do not have a dustbin in the kitchen. Why?
Okay.
Because all the waste, the peels, etc., I collect them in a basket, and at the backside gate we have some animals passing by. So I really feel that at least we can fill the stomach of an animal. So love nature, not only human beings, love even the cattle around we see in India. There are so many, though in big metro cities you may not find them, but in a city like Agra, and I'm in a very good apartment, and at the backside is again the cattle is moving. So at least we can feed them, feed the birds, and these all things even we are teaching to our students in a playgroup school. In a playgroup school also teach them the fundamentals, the basics. Not only education is imparted, but every Friday we have an activity, and in those activities we sometimes call a goat and how we have to feed the goat, and sometimes we bring have some birds and how the birds should be fed. So these things, so that they can practice these things at home also. They will give the message to the parents also, and with the students, the parents are also getting educated that these noble deeds should be done. So
Correct.
now feel these things at least we can do whatever we can do. And working on a large scale means we need finances, we need so many strategies to be done. But at least if every person makes some changes in himself or herself and starts the charity begins at home and starts it every even a housewife can do it for starting from a kitchen itself. So this
Correct.
is at least some service we can give to humanity. And
That's really
जो हम
wonderful.
देंगे वो ही वापस मिलेगा हमें. And at least we should prepare for our next life.
Yes.
And these all things we have learned in though people think that Guru Granth Sahib is only a holy script, but for me Guru Granth Sahib is the blessings of all the 10 gurus. And the practical every practical knowledge is being imparted in the script. Unki
Correct.
sari because I have read Guru Granth Sahib more than 7 times before my wedding, and every year से जितने साल की मैं अब हूँ, तो at least I have read it around say 40 times the complete script. So
Okay.
many things are imparted. बहुत educative है वो गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जो हमारी होली बुक
Correct.
है.
Correct. Any holy book, if you read, and
Yes,
you
it's the
just
same.
mentioned that.
The message is the same for everyone. Though I do feel like if I definitely get some time, I would read every holy book. Let it be Gita, let it be Quran, if I am able to.
Correct.
So that we
And you just pointed out that you read it 40 times, more than 40 times, and every time you
Yes.
read, you find something new, something unique, and
Yes,
something to learn about. So that is the beauty of any holy book you read on earth, any religion, any like they have so vast knowledge and education and like things about our culture and our beliefs. So that is really wonderful thing. We always miss on that. Everybody should read at least their holy book, and that too with complete determination and dedication, not on the points which we hear from outside, but from the inside we should read it.
Even in our playgroup school, we celebrate every festival, and I have maximum of Mohammedan students since living the locality is a Muslim locality,
Okay.
and they all give so much of regard to us. We celebrate even Janmashtami. When we celebrated Janmashtami, means I was overwhelmed to see out of 68 students, 55 students, they all came in the attire of Krishna and Radha. Even the
Wonderful.
Muslim students were dressed up so well. So I was overwhelmed to see them. So we give them the culture, and they also, the children also learn to respect other religions. Since India is a secular country, and we should respect every religion. The same goes with every. But the initial is when we are giving them education at our schools, and that message goes for a long time, and it is retained also for a long time. Whatever the children learn in their childhood, it is retained for a long time.
Right, that is really wonderful. So, ma'am, if I talk about most important life lessons you have learned in your personal and professional journey so far, what are those learnings from there?
See, what I learned is means though we have to trust our team, we have to trust our committee members, everything. But at times when we are means our heart is pure, but सामने वाला जब चीट करता है तो फिर वो लगता है कि ये लेसन मैंने एक अच्छा सीखा है जिंदगी में कि बहुत इजीली हर एक को ट्रस्ट नहीं करना है. बट एट टाइम्स वी हैव टू ट्रस्ट देम. वी आर एट सच ए पोजीशन. बट ये दिस लेसन क्यों, तो तभी एवरी टाइम आई ऑलवेज से एवरी पर्सन शुड बी अ ट्रू ह्यूमन बीइंग, एटलीस्ट बिकम अ ट्रू ह्यूमन बीइंग. बट कहने से ही हर कोई हमारी बात को मान जाएगा वो तो है नहीं. आपको भी मालूम है सोसाइटी में तो ये ड्रॉबैक मैंने देखा है कि आई शुड नॉट ट्रस्ट एवरीवन, एंड आई हैड अ हैबिट टू ट्रस्ट एवरीवन, ब्लाइंड फेथ ऑन एवरीवन. जिसने भी जो कहा उसको मैं एक्सेप्टेड इट एज इट इज. So at times that gave me a lesson. Should
Correct.
not.
That is really important because and that is valid too, because trusting others is really important thing in life, because we cannot do everything our own self. We have to trust people, and we have to trust them until they untrust us, like until they breach the trust. So we should trust them. So that is what we always should do. We should not untrust, or we should not trust others for any reason. That is really important. Any other learning, ma'am, would you like to share further?
See, everything you all know, the common things are same, but truthfulness ये सब तो होना ही चाहिए सबके पास. बस lessons तो I learned only one lesson which I have told you about trust and faith. But I would like to say only this.
Right. So, ma'am, like you've been a teacher for quite long and been a principal also. So, like we see that teenage children sometimes get diverted into a wrong path. Why does these such diversions happen at this stage?
See, first of all, the student stays with the school, say for 7 or 8 hours, and a maximum. Right. The maximum time they live at home, and the environment at home, that is also very important. When they do not get, these days both the parents are working, and when the parents do not give due needed time to the child gets diverted towards other things, and the society in which the child is moving. So always I used to tell my parents, you are sending your child for coaching also. After school they go, especially from 9th onwards, when the students they go for different coachings. These days it has become a trend. But fine, every day they are going. But what I see, the maximum of disobedience comes in that area, because there they meet different students from definitely in class also the students are from different families, from different environments. When they cope up with each other, those बहुत जल्दी, very soon they catch the wrong path.
करेक्ट.
एक राइट पाथ को कैप्चर करने में ज्यादा समय लगता है, एक रॉन्ग पाथ को कैप्चर करने में बहुत कम समय लगता है, एंड स्पेशली व्हेन द एज इज आल्सो द टीनेजर्स.
करेक्ट.
दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज व्हेन द
and this is the age when children start to explore things out of their like background, out of their environment. So they try to explore new things.
And especially at times when parents do not give them proper needed time, when in the schools also they are the teacher also should keep a wide eye open on each and every child. So whenever they find anything, I like at times, many times when we used to give the message every day, we have software, every school has the ERP methods, the software, the message goes at home that your child is absent, but the child had left the school, left the home for the school, but they did not come to school. And once we got at least 4 or 5 students from the theatre. So the school authorities should also be very much responsible for all these things. They should, if they find anything, they should also intimate the parents so that we can counsel the child and we can bring the child to the right path. More the parents and the student himself or herself should also think, and for this moral education is very important.
Correct.
These days moral education is not given that much of importance, but when we were in our childhood, we could see every mothers going to the temple in the evening, taking her children. So ये trend तो gradually it is decreasing. Even parents, they do not have that much of time, but taking them to a temple or a gurdwara or any holy place will not. The only thing is we need to counsel them, to show them, to give them some workshops also. So we had some counseling workshops also, so that we could convey the message that if you have any problem, you also tell us, and if the parents also have some problem with the student, they can also come and take the help of the schools also. So all hand in hand, the parents and the school team, hand in hand, if we are working for the benefit of the students, and the student also is good enough to cooperate with the parents, and the student will only cooperate. ये जो age होती है, it's very say निर्मल कोमल है हृदय है अभी भी, तो we can divert them, we counsel them, we look after them, we give them due love, and first of all importance is the parent should trust the child. My children also, they also left means after 12th, every every child has to leave their home to go for the career counseling sessions or go for higher education outside. But the
Yes.
trust was so strong that my daughter, when she was in Noida, she was doing her MBA. So whenever they went also for shopping. Mama, we are going for a shopping. Mama, we are going for a theater. So they were very close to that. That the intimacy should be there with the parent and the child. That will help. If we are intimate, the child will never break your trust, and the parent should also trust the child. In
Correct.
this way, we
That
can
bond
bring
is
them to the
important.
right
Correct. Parent-children bond is really important. And
important.
same ways, teacher and children bond is equally important. So,
Is equally important. At times, students they share their every problem with the teacher whom they love. I know they have a
correct, correct,
favorite teacher, and they share many experiences or many problems also with their teachers. So
correct.
this is all important. So in hand, if parents and the school team is working, we can bring the children to the right path.
Great. So, what is the role of a child himself or herself, parent, and a teacher to help and support children who are teenagers to find the right direction for them?
See, the role of the child is definitely important. The most important is the role of the child. If he or she also really eager to get to the to higher studies, to get a nice. First of all, we should let them know that the career is important, and these 4 years are really very important in bringing up the career. So,
Correct.
if they are also eager enough, but the only thing is these days the students, they do not have patience. They get some, I cannot say about every, but some students are very aggressive also. So for this aggression, and we need to give them career counseling sessions, and need to give them some value education also. So that
Correct.
that would play, and divert their interest also. Supposing a child is not very good at studies but is good at sports, so we need to divert their mind towards the sports. So he or she can become a good sportsman, and in that way also we can help them out.
Correct. And there are some students who have other career options in their mind as well, like hobbies or
Yes.
interests, which they want to convert into a career. Probably music is also one of them. Music, dancing, singing, acting, sports, and there are other career options as well.
And the role of the mother is also very important. If the child is studying for long hours, and in between the mother comes and gives a cup of milk or a cup of tea to the son or daughter. So when that love, affection is given to the child, so they will definitely also give you in return back. They will not break your trust.
Correct.
These are simple tips at home, but they really help you out.
Correct. And teachers also play a really important role in life of
Yes.
students.
See, if any child is weak in any particular subject, and if the teacher says, after school you sit with me for half an hour. Though these teachers are very less now in number, these type of teachers
Right.
are very less in number. But if the teacher gives half an hour extra to the child will also benefit, and the teacher will also get her self-satisfaction, contentment.
That's true. Because there are some children who need extra care, extra attention, or maybe extra support in terms of education or maybe guidance.
Yes.
Right. So, ma'am, now coming back to you again, I know you are a teacher and your profession. So, still asking you this question: are you an introvert or an extrovert kind of a person while meeting people?
Definitely say that I am an extrovert, but at times when I assess the person standing in front of me, what type of the person he is or whatever I can assess, so I have to change my mind at times. Though when we are an extrovert only, we can share our experience. An introvert cannot share his or her experiences to others. But at times, when the person standing in front of you does not want any advice from you, that time we have to be an introvert also. So,
Correct.
Depending upon the situation, we have to change ourselves.
Correct. Teachers have to play a role of a counselor also sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So, ma'am, if I talk about your journey so far, who were the people supported you the most?
Definitely my family really supported me, my husband, my children. Though when I stepped out of my house for my profession, my daughter was in 9th and my son was in 6th. but they too also supported me. And but my husband was the first person who supported me, and he really helped me a lot,
Great.
because when we leave our house at 7:30, so many of the jobs are not being done also, though I
Correct.
tried my best to complete thing. I managed the house and the school and everything outside and inside. Very, I try to manage many times, but many times we are unwell also. So the
Yes,
complete
yes.
support I got was from my husband and my family.
Really wonderful. So, ma'am, if I talk about motivation and inspiration in your life, how you get your motivation and inspiration from?
See, there are so many people we meet in our life. And first of all, when I was in army school, I was really motivated by the principal, Miss Abha Sharma, there that time. I used to admire her as a principal, though she was a very strict principal, and we did not have even the courage or dareness to ask her for a leave. But still, I used to admire her, and she was my inspiration. Saba Sharma, ex-principal Army
Wonderful.
School.
Great. That's wonderful.
And my great inspiration is Shri Guru Granth Sahib. I always get so many means whenever I feel I have any problem in life, I get the solution from Guru Granth Sahib.
Great.
So my motivation and inspiration, Guru Granth Sahib also.
That's really wonderful. So, ma'am, if I talk about your take on success, what do you think success is to you?
Success is not only financial success. Success is when whatever you want to do and that is done with complete contentment, you get your 100% in your work. Whatever you have done, you have given your full, and then also your work is not completed, then you're not successful. But when you have done 110% and then you succeeded in that part, you are successful. Success is not only becoming millionaire like Mr. Ambani, but for me, success is whatever work comes in your life and it is done without any obstacle, that is success
Right.
for me. And I got every success in life. Let it be anything for my चिल्ड्रंस. सबसे पहले सक्सेस तो हम अपने घर से ही स्टार्ट करते हैं. माय चिल्ड्रंस एजुकेशन, then partners, life partners, and then happy families for all of them. In that way, I am a very successful, contented, satisfied person.
Wonderful.
And I really am thankful to Almighty, and my success I got from Almighty, by the grace of Almighty. Maybe at times I feel कि हमें हर समय उसका शुक्रगुजार होना चाहिए. Every breath we are taking, we are getting from by the grace of Almighty. And
Right.
if you are never contented, तो बहुत बड़े मिलियनर्स भी कंटेंटेड नहीं होते हैं. बट जब मैं सुबह गाड़ी में आती थी ऑफिस, तो मैं रास्ते में देखती थी कोई सड़क पे ही सोया है, कोई डिवाइडर पे ही सोया है. उस समय हमें शुक्र मनाना चाहिए, ग्रेटफुल होना चाहिए कि हम अपने से नीचे तो देखेंगे तो हमेशा ग्रेटफुल रहेंगे. और वही है सक्सेस है, ट्रू सक्सेस है लाइफ में.
Right.
कंटेंटमेंट लाइफ में वो सबसे बड़ी सक्सेस है.
Great. So, ma'am,
एक
we are
शॉर्ट
moving on
स्टोरी
to.
इस पे ही आपको बताती हूँ. एक छोटी सी
Yeah,
शॉर्ट
yeah.
स्टोरी है. कोई बहुत बड़े नवाब थे और वो मस्जिद में गए अपनी नमाज अदा करने के लिए. नमाज अदा करने के बाद जब वो बाहर आए तो उन्होंने देखा कि उनके शूज नहीं थे. वो बहुत परेशान हो गए कि मैं अब नंगे पैर जाऊंगा यहाँ से. इतने में उन्होंने देखा कि एक पर्सन हु इज हैंडीकैप्ड, who is not able to walk, अपने हाथों के बल से वो मस्जिद में घुस रहे. उन्होंने बोला कि करने जा रहे हो तुम मस्जिद में? तो उन्होंने बोला कि मैं नमाज अदा. किस लिए नमाज अदा करने जा रहे हो? तुम्हारे तो हाथ पैर नहीं है, पैर भी सलामत नहीं है. तो उसने बोला तो भी मैं शुक्र करने जा रहा हूँ ईश्वर का कि उन्होंने मुझे एक ह्यूमन बीइंग बनाया, एक मनुष्य का जीवन दिया. तो यही है कि हम हमेशा बहुत सारे आज के यंगस्टर्स को हम देखते हैं तो दे क्रिप फॉर स्मॉल थिंग्स. आई डू नॉट हैव दिस, आई हैव टू वर्क फॉर सो मेनी आवर्स, दिस दैट. बट इफ यू विल लिसन टू माय रूटीन, इवन आफ्टर रिटायरमेंट आई लीव माय हाउस. Both husband and wife, we live together, and I come here at my school. After the school, I go to my husband office, and we both go back at 10 o'clock at home. So we are back
Okay.
at 10 o'clock. And I'm happy in my very life. I'm busy. So first of all,
Right.
keep yourself busy so that there is nothing to think over. नेगेटिव आपके पास ऑरा भी नेगेटिव नहीं आएगा, पॉजिटिव ऑरा रहेगा आसपास भी. सो आई वुड से जितना भी अपने आप को बिजी रख सकते हैं हमें बिजी रहना चाहिए.
Great.
ये भी
Great.
एक अच्छी मतलब अपने आप को अच्छे कामों में लगा दो, जहाँ भी कहीं नीड है.
Right. So, ma'am, we are moving on to the last one. Any message or advice you would like to share with our audience, viewers, and listeners?
अगेन वही है मेरा तो कि बी बिकम अ ट्रू ह्यूमन बीइंग, है ना. First of all, every human being should become a true human being. And for this life, we have to definitely fulfill our responsibilities, everything. But अपनी लाइफ के कुछ एम्स होने चाहिए, कुछ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस भी होने चाहिए कि हमें पर कहीं भी थोड़ी ब्रेवरी भी होनी चाहिए अपने आप में कि कहीं भी कुछ रॉन्ग हो रहा हो तो बहुत सारा आज का यंगस्टर तो ये कहता है कि हमें क्या मतलब है, बट आई एम वेरी बोल्ड इनफ ऑल्सो एंड आई कीप माई स्टेप फॉरवर्ड कि नहीं, दिस इज रॉन्ग, शुड नॉट बी डन हियर वेर एवर. तो इतनी बोल्डनेस भी होनी चाहिए कि हम किसी के साथ गलत भी ना होने दें और खुद भी गलत नहीं करें. एंड बिकम अ ट्रू ह्यूमन बीइंग, make some disciplines, some rules in your life, because discipline also is the mantra of success. And be contented.
Right.
And whatever you have उसमें से कुछ ना कुछ देने की भी कोशिश करें. जो कि हम सिख रिलीजन में तो हमने यही सीखा है कि हम अपने अर्निंग्स का 10% we keep it for charity. And when I used to also get my salary, I started my first job where I used to get only 3,500. मेरी फर्स्ट जॉब में 1996 में माई फर्स्ट जॉब आई स्टार्टेड 3,500 सैलरी मेरी, उसमें से हम 350 निकालते थे. एंड बाय द एंड आई यूज्ड टू ड्रॉ अ वेरी गुड सैलरी. सो जितना हम देंगे उतना हमें वापस भी मिलेगा. और खाली इसी मंशा से ही नहीं देना है कि देंगे तो वापस मिलेगा, बट एटलीस्ट वी शुड, इफ वी कैन, we
should support and help people who are in need actually.
हेल्प द नीडी. ये भी एक अपने तो ये सारे प्रिंसिपल्स तो सभी को मालूम है. और बहुत ग्रेट पर्सनालिटी तो नहीं है हम, बट स्टिल मीन्स I have got recognition and my own identity by the good principles which I have learned. And I really thank Almighty, and I thank my mother also, because mother is the person who inculcates some good habits in the children. She is the one.
Correct. That's really wonderful thing, and that's a fact actually. So I must say it was really amazing having you here today, discussing so many things with you.
I really thank you. You gave me the opportunity to be here with you, and I hope I pray to Almighty that may Almighty help you in your mission, in your goals.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to hear more from you again soon. And also, I'll share your social media link so that people can be in touch with you, take your help guidance. So, guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so very much, everyone, for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you, and bye bye. Thank you, ma'am.